Do you mean to do a test or not? All good.
You can do this test.
It's alright, I can see it's working anyway, so.
Hey teams, have we got lineups submitted on dribble?
1, 2, 3, Raiders!
Ravens, have we got lineups submitted on dribble? Lineups submitted? I haven't seen them up yet. You can't get them on?
15 minutes after the scheduled kickoff.
Right.
So,
You guys are working out.
oops.
Okay.
You'll see the lineup, it's out there.
Can you get me a paper version maybe?
Oh,
Do you have that on you?
We'll get Brett.
Yeah, just at some point that'd be great.
Brett, we'll give you ours.
I got it on the back of the jersey.
I wish I was that talented.
I can text you a lineup.
Yeah.
I'll come around.
Yeah.
Just wait, bring my book up with you.
Brad, just getting to wait and to bring my books there with Maddie. Just grab it off Maddie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Christie Park for the match of the round. And the game was scheduled for a 5:10 kickoff, but we're almost 1 hour after that scheduled time. Due to lightning, the game was delayed, and he's up on the attack early. Mona Walker with a speculative effort from distance. As I was saying, due to the lightning pre-game, 23's game was in fact abandoned. And the first grade game delayed almost 1 hour. And finally, we're off to some football here, which is exciting, finally. And due to the game being delayed and issues, technical issues with dribble, We don't quite have lineups accessible at the moment, but we are working hard to get them, to supply you with the starting lineups. These two teams both, without a doubt, expected to be much higher up the competition ladder than what they are at the moment. For APIA, well, they expected, in all honesty, to take all possible silverware with them to Lambert Park this year, and it hasn't quite worked out that way so far. Sitting just outside the top 4 at the moment. We've got lots of work to do to chase down the league leaders, currently Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Fragale wins the ball in midfield there, and Hoban now playing it through for Lancaster, but keeper out. Eliza Coleman to collect that. Go through the Gladesville Ravens lineup. We've got that one for you. In goals, number 1, Eliza Coleman. Number 11, Paddy Charalumbus. Number 8, Annie Halls. Number 32, her first start in Ravens colours, Bianca Garlich. Number 27, Elisa Ansard. Number 13, Brianna Buccini. Number 23, Keisha Allen. Number 19, Natalie Sproul. Number 39, Miku Sunaga. Number 21, Morgan Roberts. And number 24, Poppy Channing. On the bench for the Ravens, number 51, Bella Edwards. Number 10, Lexi Moreno. Number 42, Alethea Levi. Number 25, Eliza Hamilton. Number 7, Cara Villa. And number 18, Michaela Kent. Here's Hoban on the ball. Back for Mia Golding. Now Fragale. Forward for Walker. Spreading it wide for Ash Crofts. There's options in the area. Ball cut back, cleared away. Here's Golding. Back into the starting lineup. Mia Golding. Here's Christina Kitchik. Now Jess Seaman. Haven't APIA had to wait to see her debut, and her in maroon colours. Signed a long time ago. But first, let's watch Lancaster here driving into the area. Great run from Lancaster. That was close to the far post. And that's the Charlotte Lancaster we grew to really love. One that took full advantage of the league a couple years ago, breaking into the area with pace, really beating her marker quite comfortably there. They've got a corner here, so there must have been a deflection on that shot. And Lancaster will take the corner. Ball comes in, Crofts was there, it's up and high and off the crossbar, it bounces back down. And Fragale was full-blooded there with Sunaga, no foul. Nina Cortez allowing play to flow at the moment. Doesn't want too many stoppages after the long delay we had, just wants the football to get on. Here's Hoban. Great ball into Crofts, who clips it over the top for Lancaster, but a skiddy pitch taking the ball away. Golding plays it forward to Croft, and Croft looking to turn away. Alyssa Rose putting on the pressure. One of those that have arrived at Lambert Park, and she arrived at Lambert Park not via the A-League, but more so via the NPL competition. Her and Ash Brodigan both coming in from the Bulls FC Academy, and their arrival has coincided with APIA's improvement in form. Here's Golding going centrally here. Heavy touch there by Rose. Great turn from Fragale. Wide for Hoban. Good football from APIA to start this game. Hoban looking for ideas. Charalumba sticking with her. Now Hoban, and Charalumbus did enough. Here's Sunaga. Challenge there by Fragale, who wins the throw. And APIA look up for this one. Hoban asking for the foul, no free kick given. Seaman has been so good, Jess Seaman, for the Bulls over the last few years, and I think a target for the last couple of seasons for APIA. They finally got their lady in the maroon at Lambert Park. And Seaman has a bit of space. Urge to drive forward from Mattard. Now looking for the ball over the top, searching for Lancaster. Important header there by Channing. Had to get the touch. Strong challenge there in midfield, and Seaman clears away. Fragale gets the loose ball. Now Golding. Hoban. Running out Halls and beating Halls. Playing it square now for Rose. Options on the left flank, and comes out to Jordan Jasnos now. First time pass from Jasnos into the feet of Walker. Back to Fragale. Golding open here, but Fragale's gone back to left again. Still Fragale. Plays it out wide to Jasnos. Clips it in. Headed away. And Jasnos there with a strong challenge. It's a good challenge as well. Shot from distance from Rose just over the bar. It's a good tackle there from Jordan Jasnos. Some of the crowd and coaching staff of the Ravens unhappy, but Nina Cortez made the right decision there. Fair challenge. Free kick goes the way of the Ravens. And Allen rushes that one. Gives possession away. Cheap giveaway of possession. Here's Lancaster. Back to Christina Kitchik. I have to admit, APIA really are moving the ball well this evening. I've watched them on a couple of occasions this year, and they have not moved the ball this well. Impressive football from Brad Artard's team. Giving it away there, though. Garlich intercepting, and Seaman there with a foul. That could be a yellow card as well. It is. Jess Seaman gets into the referee's notebook for the foul on Alyssa Nsard. And a free kick opportunity now for the Ravens. Lexi Moreno on the bench. We're used to her hitting them, but Bianca Galic can hit them just as well. And that might be a little too far out for a shot on goal. And looking at Galic's run up, instead it is right at goal off the bar. Galic, well struck. I think Sophie Magus may have got a touch on that. Good opportunity for the Ravens. Cross comes into the box. Seaman heads away. Good defensive header. And now Golding taking no chances. Good interception there from Nat Sprout. Golding taking it early. Lancaster, tough ball for Golding to deal with, and Garlich plays it forward. Late challenge there on her too, and then Ansard, great feet, but good backtracking challenge. Ball still there for Ansard, and Magus dives on the loose ball. Bodies everywhere. Not sure who has stayed on the ground, but it all started from that error halfway. In the end, very, very good scrambling by APIA to get away with that one. But Alyssa Ansard is really in the mood this evening. Magus sends it forward, only as far as Galic. Charalumbus with that left foot. Kichik heads away. And now Fragale picks up the ball in midfield again. Options. Well, there's not many options, are there? And finds Lancaster. Not sure that was the intended target. Great ball from Lancaster for Rose. And good feet as well. Rose in a dangerous area, and Coleman at the second attempt gathers that one. Jasnos heads away. Jordan Jasnos, what a story as well. Been in and around APIA now for the last couple of years. Struggled to get into the first team. And credit to Brad Attard, identified her as potential left back, someone that we've grown used to seeing playing in a more attacking role. And Jasnos has really slotted into that position with ease and made it her own. Something that APIA looked to rectify, and in the end they had it within their own ranks. And sometimes a coach that identifies that makes the right decision, makes it very much easier, not just for himself but for the team as well. Earlier today, that was a big lightning. I'm not sure you got that in the camera in the background, but it was absolutely massive. And here's a chance for the Ravens. They want a corner. Goal kick, says the referee. It seems as though that lightning may have been quite a far way away, so no sound yet, nor will that affect the game. I suspect that any lightning that was to occur now would subsequently mean that will be the end of this fixture. One in the air by Halls. Played forward now. Crofts looking to hold it up. Heads it on to Lancaster. Strong challenge between her and Sprout. Garlich, square pass. Jasnos closed down. Ravens throw.
Take the ball. Take the ball.
And Walker comes across and blocks. Throw in, corner kick for the home team. Cross comes in. It's a good ball to the back post. Header won by Allen. Ball still bouncing about the area. Mona Walker strong there to clear away. Here's Sproul. Back for Paddy Charalumbus. Lancaster stuck the leg out and found Paddy Charalumbus. Free kick again for the Ravens. Rather that Garlich will deliver into the box. And Garlich has seen Paddy Charalumbus all alone on the left. Couldn't get the cross in though. And then Saad loses possession there. Now APIA could counter here. Hoban plays it wide. Cross comes in toward Lancaster, but doesn't work out for her. Does for Hoban. How about that for a pass? And Crofts is trying to chase this down. Coleman clears away. Right outside, eager to get the throw back in. Try to play the ball down the line. Here's Golding. Hoban. Ball cleared away. Here's Sproul under pressure. Hoban forces the error now. Crofts. Lancaster tried to turn away, but good defending from Keisha Allen. And now Hoban intercepts the pass from Sproul. Trying to use some trickery to get beyond the defender. Have to settle for a throw. Here's Golding, forced back. Here's Kachik. Back to Rose. Golding has a bit of space out here on the right. Tucks back in. Central pass toward Hoban. Golding to Fragale. Sunaga can't get control. It's back for Seaman now. Fragale looking for options, and APIA did look better in the opening moments of this game when the ball was moving a lot faster. Rose just controls that, and Annie Halls takes full advantage of that. And now Ansad into the area. Cross is blocked. Back comes Jordan Jasnos to clean up the loose pass. Here's Crofts. Tough pass for Fragale. Strong tackle from Jeff Seaman. Sproul. Golding reads that. Comes across and picks up the ball, and now APIA can start again. Build from the back once more. Kachik wide to Jasnos. Walker under pressure from a couple Ravens players and somehow manages to get the ball out to Jasnos. Here's Hoban. Looking for Crofts. In the end, ball works out perfectly here. Jasnos crosses in, great ball, falls for Hoban, blocked by Sprout. Good defending from Nat Sprout. And how about that delivery into the area from Jordan Jasnos, causing real issues for the Ravens defense in the end. They reacted well. Another corner now for APIA, the second of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Cross comes in, good delivery, and it looked as though everyone was confused. Last touch there seems to have come off Brianna Buccini. And it gives APIA another opportunity. Cross comes again to the near post, and again Buccini heading that one away. I think Brianna Buccini might get a headache after this one. Lancaster completely unmarked for APIA at the back post, and now Ansad spots her. This one a little overhit this time. Lancaster does well to get anything on that. Now a chance for the Ravens to break, but Ansad couldn't find a teammate. And Jasnos plays the ball all the way back to goalkeeper Sophie Magus. Here's Walker. Back to Kitchik. APIA currently in 7th place. A win could lift them into the top 4 depending on other results. While the Ravens in 10th, and you feel if the Ravens weren't to pick up 3 points here, their finals hopes would all but be dashed. As Jasnos again goes on a great run. This time cleared away by Annie Halls. And that ball forward now for Ansad. And Seaman, who's on a yellow card, needs to be very careful here. Alyssa Ansad trying to beat Seaman. Well defended from the experienced central back. And Ansad still has the ball. Gets a cross in as well, and Magus spills it. Cleared away by Fragale. In the end, Alyssa Ansad seemed as though Seaman had done enough, but Ansad persistent. Got beyond the defender and put in a troubling ball that Magus really struggled to deal with. Great pass there from Channing to Buccini. Nice touch from Lancaster. APIA needs to keep the pace of this ball moving. Magus looking for Hoban. Might work out here for Crofts, but Keisha Allen all over that one. Allen clears away. Sunaga has Ansad, and how about that for a ball? Ansad will get there before the keeper, and Ansad has the whole goal, cuts it back, 1-0 Ravens. Fantastic work from Alyssa Ansad. Finished off by Morgan Roberts. And the home team are in front. It was all Miku Sunaga's pass. An ideal pass with the outside of the right foot, which left Sophie Magus in no man's land. And Saad took advantage, was calm and composed to find the pass to Roberts. And Morgan Roberts opens the scoring here on 26 minutes. And Lauren Phelps will be very pleased with that. Too much on that pass for both Jasnos and Lancaster. Allen plays it forward. Ball falls into the feet of Golding. Searching for Hoban, and one to chase here for both Hoban and Keisha Allen. And that's a strong tackle from Keisha Allen. Jordan Jasnos put in a good challenge earlier in the game. That was a good one from Allen too. Here's Hoban now. Back on the right foot. Space to deliver. Across to the header. Ball still not cleared. And it's still in the area. Charalumbus now gets the danger away. Free kick goes the way of Miku Sunaga. Sproul sends this one long. Walker plays it forward. Here's Hoban now. Look at the run from Jasnos on the left. Rose, and it's just taken too long again. Earlier in the game, they looked so much more dangerous when that ball moved from left to right. A lot quicker. Important header from Seaman. Annie Halls does so well, and look at this. They got runners everywhere. Alyssa and Saad, the flags raised. That was so tight. From my view, it looked as though Alyssa and Saad was onside. Very, very close. I'll have to have a look at that again. Lancaster loses out there. Annie Hall's having a very good game in midfield so far. Ball played forward. Seaman clears away. Oh, and the Ravens won't be happy. But first, they'll be even less happy if APIA can score from this. Lancaster crosses it in. Keisha Allen clears away. Falls to Walker. Ashcroft wants it, and Coleman caught that quite low. But I'll tell you what, Alyssa and Saad was definitely onside. Saved by the assistant referee's flag was APIA a couple moments ago. Halls plays it forward. APIA come away with it. Hoban gets there just ahead of Sproul. Here's Fragale now. Cross wants it played forward, but just took her eye off the ball for a moment. Ball rolled out in the end for a goal kick for the home team. Coleman plays it forward. Rose wins the header. Here's Hoban now. Out wide to Golding, clipping it forward for Rose. Cross came, Keisha Allen, ball got caught in her feet. Rose now finds Lancaster on the edge of the area. Lancaster gets into the box, and Lancaster went for the ball there. Free kick goes the way of the Ravens. Throw taken long. Touch come off. Jasnos there. Seaman had to react and clear out for a throw. It'll be a corner for the Ravens. They'll keep the pressure on. Thought that APIA had started the match the better of the two. The Ravens have most definitely come back in much better. I think Lauren Phelps thought the corner was on the left side, not on the right. Ball, they went over the fence, got back quicker to the corner post. The Ravens get a chance now. Great ball in. Garlich, what a ball, and Sunaga should have scored there. That was a delightful delivery from Bianca Garlich. Now Golding. Walker comes and picks up the ball. Here's Fragale. Tough one for Golding to control. Sproul gets caught in possession. Golding wins it back. Back to Fragale. Kichik. Nice touch there from Hoban, but couldn't just quite direct it to a teammate. Walker now sees the run from Lancaster. I think she would have been offside anyway. Eliza Coleman coming out and not taking any chances. Fragale will say she meant that pass. And they're playing themselves into danger here, APIA. That one went high, but not very far from Hoban. And now Garlich into the area. Cross goal, touch there by Magus. Danger still not passed. Cross comes in again, and this time into the side netting. Goal kick will be the call. And with 10 minutes to go in this first half, the Ravens lead by 1-0. Morgan Roberts, the scorer, after some excellent work from both Miku Sunaga and Alyssa Ansad. Here's Garlich again. So Garlich comes away with that. Plays in inside. All defended by Jasnos. Really look in the mood the Ravens players do. As I said, I really feel as though their slightest of finals hopes depend on this one. For APIA, well, if results don't go their way, they could be saying goodbye to potential premiership battle. Throw in for the Ravens on the far side. Long throw. Should bounce out for a goal kick. It doesn't. Kept in by Sunaga. Buccini has her cross blocked. That one would have hurt on a cold Sunday evening at the Arctic Circle. Popularly known here, Christie Park. Played forward. Here's Garlich. Good challenge from Walker. Now for a Garlich. Closed down by Garlich. And Garlich driving forward. Walker sticking with her, making a good tackle. Buccini trying to get it into the danger zone. And Jasnos now just looking to get some better field position for APIA. They're stuck in their own half for quite a while there. They managed to get out now and perhaps set themselves up in a better position. They've got a throw now inside the Ravens half. Here's Fragale. Back to Jasnos. Now Kachik. Sorry, it's Walker. Magus. Feeds in Walker. Look at the run from Golding here on the near side. Not quite the power on that from Walker. And now they're trying to put the Ravens under pressure. Coleman saw that coming and clears it first time. Inside, can't control. Well read by Hoburn. Plays it out wide for Jasnos, but didn't quite get there. Now Buccini taking the ball forward for the Ravens, and Jasnos well read by the left back. Lancaster might not get there. It's going to be tight and doesn't in the end. Actually got there though. I think Ravens could have been in a bit of trouble. That's a poor throw from Sproul, but it hasn't bounced out yet. I actually think that ball didn't even bounce out. Anyway, here's Golding off the hand. Free kick though, the Ravens. That's just frustration there for Golding to unfortunately get the hand involved. Charlumbus plays it forward. Kachik read it. Last touch there came off the Ravens. Throw in again for APIA. Croft's been a bit quiet in this game, Ashcrofts has. Kitchik for Walker. Now Seaman. Great ball forward from Seaman. How about that? And look at the chance now. Oh, just not the best pass. I think it was Hoban in the end. But some ball from Jess Seaman. Rose crosses in. Should be easy for Coleman. It is. Inside the final minutes of this first half now. Ball given away by the Ravens cheaply there. And Rose now feeding through Ashcrofts. Well defended. And now the Ravens looking to quickly counter. Roberts finds inside and almost thread the needle for Miku Sunaga. I'll tell you what though, the pass was on as well for Paddy Charalumbus. Very dangerous in transition are the Ravens. That's a poor kick from Sophie Magus as Garlich plays it forward. Roberts couldn't take it in her stride. Magus searches for Crofts. Gets there. Can't find Lancaster, but now the space opens up and Lancaster should keep that in. She does. Options are in the area. Great ball in. Cross is there. Cross heads toward goal. And Sophie Hoban taps it in. And again, the Ravens concede late, and that's a coach killer. But APIA won't care because they're level with 90 seconds remaining in the first half. A delightful delivery from Charlotte Lancaster. Ashcrofts got up well. I think the ball was headed in anyway. But Sophie Hoban made sure. And in the 44th minute, APIA are level here at Christie Park. And the chasers are on here for the Ravens. Great defending from Mia Golding. Here's Hoban. Wide for Golding. Hoban gets it back again. Here's Crofts. Good ball into the middle for Walker. And Jasnos wanted to play it early. Still gets out there. She might get there. Well defended. Cleared away by Roberts. Or Morgan Roberts, who is no slouch. Kachik battling with Insard. Gets it back to Seaman. Golding looks forward. Not many options ahead of her. Finds Alyssa Rose. Nice touch from Alyssa Rose, I have to say. Wasn't an easy one to control, and that's a tough pass, though. Walker. Forward for Hoban, who manages to keep it in. Can APIA really turn this one around? Here's Walker, has a look up, goes for goal, and that's a disappointing effort from Walker. Coleman sends it forward, and that is half-time. Half-time here at Christie Park. The Gladesville Ravens led via Morgan Roberts. They were struck back late, though, through Sophie Hoban. And at half-time here, it's the Gladesville Ravens 1, APIA Leichhardt 1. A very, very good game of football so far. Both teams have hit the crossbar. Both teams have created chances. And perhaps the score's locked at the break is a fair result. We'll be back in 15 minutes after that 1 hour lightning delay for the second half. We'll see you in 15 back here at Christie Park.
Was that, sorry?
What's the name of number 32 for the Ravens?
Bianca Gullich. G-A-L-I-C.
subs, guys.
And the second half is back underway here at Christie Park. 1-1 in the first half, and here's an early chance. I thought they're developing for the Ravens, but Charalambos losing her footing. Instead, APIA on the attack. Here's Crofts, Lancaster in the area. Cross comes in, and Coleman's safe in the end. 1-1 in the first half. The Ravens took the lead through Morgan Roberts. Midway through the first half, APIA equalising late on as Hoban here looking to feed in Crofts, and out came Coleman very quickly. But it was Hoban that had that late equaliser. Magus finds the feet of Hoban. And here is Jasnos. Good ball forward for Lancaster, who, well, I thought the touch let her down, but she kept it in and crosses it in as well. Hoban controls the ball. Fragale has Golding wide right. That's where the ball goes. As the fog descends on Christie Park. Ball gets played into the area, falls to Lancaster, over the bar. Eliza Coleman, strong hands from the Ravens keeper, because Charlotte Lancaster let fly there. First chance of the second period goes the way of APIA. They go short here to Fragale. And Sunaga did well. Throw in. Cheek. Inside gets back. Jasnos and Walker having a giggle between themselves. Roommates, I believe, the two. Ball played out wide to Kachik. Here's Jasnos. Nice turn from Jordan Jasnos, trying to use her pace, but Morgan Roberts sticking to it. Great turn from Garlich. And Saad making the forward run. The flag goes up. Magus will take this. Kachik leaves it for her goalkeeper. Hoban was pushed in the back there. No foul though. And then Saad now unable to keep the ball in. And I think Jasnos did enough there, getting her body in the way, making it a little difficult for Saad. Hoban, back for Seaman. Ball forward for Golding. Walker wants it played in the space, and that's where the pass goes. Keisha Allen, well, I thought she did enough. Across goal, and the Ravens defense doing just enough. Another strong challenge in midfield, and Nina Cortez, in my books, is having a good game. I think Both coaches will disagree, but she's trying to let the game flow. Hasn't made many errors. There was that questionable offside in the first half, but that one's down to the assistant. Here's Fragale changing sides again, and they did it well in the first opening minutes of the first half, did APIA. If they can repeat that again, they look very, very good when the ball is flowing. And Walker spotted the run of Jasnos and just gets there. Very skiddy surface out here. Jasnos finds Lancaster, who wants to hit it on the left, and just uncontrolled in the end. Was always trying to get the ball to fall on the left foot. Lauren Phelps saying that Charlotte Lancaster should go get the ball because their effort was so poor. Bit harsh from Phelps. Tried to find the far corner flag in the first half, but found the near one instead. Fragale wins that. Unorthodox, but it works, so it doesn't matter. Here's Jasnos. It's it out to Lancaster. Hoban has support in Crofts. The pass was blocked by Poppy Channing. APIA hold possession and having a similar start to the second as we had to the first, with the visitors in possession. Cross comes in. Crofts picks it up. Looks to turn Keisha Allen. Experienced defending from Allen. Corner kick for APIA now. And it's gotten considerably colder here at Christie Park. Can APIA heat things up though with a goal here? Cross comes in, it's a great delivery and it's well defended and strong there from Kichik and Ansard. Kichik just a little stronger than Alyssa Ansard. Lancaster gets a head up. Gets the ball in now, and Seaman always floating around those danger areas. Almost getting on the end of that. Well held by Eliza Coleman. Nice touch by Lumbus. Not the pass though. Allen all the way back to Coleman. We'll be back here next week for the match of the round as Northwest Sydney Spirit are the hosts. Enjoying a 5-0 win did Spirit today. How about that for a ball from Lancaster for Jasnos, who takes it in her stride but couldn't really control it. Cuts it back for Walker. Good touch from Walker. Cross to the far post. Lancaster attacked it. Well defended by the Ravens. I think it was Nat Sproul on that far side. Spirit against Sydney University here next Saturday afternoon. Lancaster. Back heel for Golding. Cross comes in. Not enough power on that. Late touch there, but play goes on and the needle's almost through for Roberts, and it would have been tough stopping Morgan Roberts had that ball gotten through. We know how fast Morgan Roberts is, and once she gets those legs moving, how hard it is to slow her down and catch up to her. goes forward for Hoban now, and Hoban goes down. And Nina Cortez points to the spot. It was unlucky for Nat Sproul, I think, and the Ravens, but the referee had no choice but to point to the spot. And APIA and their captain, Ash Crofts, has the chance to put them in front now. Ash Crofts looking to add to her goals this season. Crofts steps up, and Crofts, that's a poor penalty. Well saved by Coleman. Very, very disappointing for APIA. Went straight down the middle. Coleman stood her ground and saved with her feet. And straight away, Lauren Phelps calls for the cavalry. Lexi Moreno and Bella Edwards prepared to see their introduction soon. Lancaster stands over this free kick. They'll want to forget about that penalty miss as soon as they can, the visitors. Cross comes in, a good ball. Falls now there to Rose, who sends it high and collected again by Coleman. Headed on by Sunaga. Seaman heads away. Hoban holds off the challenge from Garlich. And Golding gets beyond Charalumbus. Couldn't find the pass though. It's very foggy here now at Christie Park. Two balls on the field, and let's get the seconds off. Walker gets to the ball, turns away from Halls as well. Walker now feeds in Lancaster. Lancaster getting into the area, does well. Charlotte Lancaster, Coleman saves again. Having a fantastic game is Eliza Coleman. Hoban back to Rose. Pressure continues, and now the Ravens clear. Excellent goalkeeping from Eliza Coleman. And after soaking up this pressure, can the Ravens create a chance of their own? Jordan Jasnos driving forward. Good ball into Lancaster, who's in the area, cross at the back post, and Coleman holds once more. Here's Rose. Closed down in midfield. Free kick. Rose making the foul. Garlich, another neat turn in midfield. Pass cut out by Jasnos. Spots the run of Lancaster. And the weather app tells us it's 11 degrees. Tell you what, I'm going to disagree with Tim Bailey and the weather team. Feels a lot cooler here at Christie Park at the moment. Ball played forward. Handball there, it seemed, from inside. Referee says no. Sproul looking for Roberts, and well defended from Kichik. Here's Golding. Arose here. As Fragale Central. I need to speak to Macron about these numbers, but here is Miku Sunaga now. Options available. Garlich on the left. Bianca Garlich on debut. Finds the top corner. And the Ravens, they had to hold off chance after chance. Eliza Coleman making save after save. They withstood all those opportunities. And with their first, Sunaga plays the ball in for Garlich, who blasts the ball beyond Magus. And the Ravens are back in front, and I had said that not too long ago, that after all these opportunities that the home side kept out, would the punishment arrive? And it has. And they're in front again. Here's Jasnos. Back for Walker. Ball through again. And Saad now rounds the keeper. Alyssa Ansard makes it 3-1. She's deserved that goal. Been phenomenal this evening. And Alyssa Ansard makes it 3-1 in the space of minutes. The Ravens make it 3. Kept in there by Jasnos. Now Roberts. Buccini playing it forward. They're feeling it now, the Ravens. And Saad didn't give up on that one. Keeps it in as well. Back for Roberts. Cross comes in. Headed away by Seaman. Falls for Garlich. Struck wide of the goal. And what a quick fire double from the home team. Within 90 seconds, they add 2 goals to the scoreline. And, I mean, you can talk about Alyssa Ansard's fantastic performance, but it's Eliza Coleman. She kept them in this game, made 2 phenomenal saves from Lancaster. Saved a penalty as well from Ash Crofts, and they almost had a 4th there. There's still a lot to play in this game, though. Here's Lancaster, strong tackle once more. This time from Poppy Channing. And Nat Sproul will be replaced here. By Alethea Levi. Put in some shift, did Nat Sproul. Deserves her rest. Now Lancaster crosses in with a weaker right foot, but straight down the guts of Eliza Coleman.
Frankie, Zoe.
And typical football, you have so many chances You don't take advantage of those opportunities. The Ravens have soaked it up due to some fantastic goalkeeping. And sucker punched APIA with 2 goals in 2 minutes. Sent long by Seaman, and they just look like they got no idea now, APIA, of how to create their next opportunity after looking so dominant for that first 15. And as I said earlier, it was really a similar situation in the first half. APIA dominated the first 15, and from their first or second chance, the Ravens scored. And similarly here, it was all APIA. Until the Ravens scored those 2 goals. As I said, though, still a lot of football to be played here as Lexi Moreno prepares to come on. Here's Hoban now running the ball forward. Walker making the forward run, gets the ball, looking for options, and there's not many in the area. Lancaster crosses in. Corner kick for APIA. They need a goal. They need it soon. Lauren Phelps doesn't break the unbreakable rule of making a change in a corner. Lexi Moreno will have to wait a couple more seconds to be introduced. Corner comes in. Good ball again. Oh, a great header from Mona Walker. Game on here at Christie Park. Excellent delivery from Alyssa Rose, and the header was even better from Mona Walker. Well, I said there's still a long, long way to go in this game. 67 minutes in. It's 3-2 now. It's all the delivery, though. We've had some delightful deliveries throughout this game. Going back to the bench again is Lauren Phelps. Miku Sunaga, who's been involved in a lot of the action, being replaced. Season at Perth Glory in the A-League Women's competition. Now replaced by arguably the Ravens' best player, Lexi Moreno, wearing the number 10, coming on now. Here's Hoban. Forward for Lancaster. Jasnos on this side making the overlapping run, but Moreno straight into the action. Here's Walker. And these games are so tough to come into. It's very, very cold here. Players already been waiting an extra hour to get these games started, and those on the bench, well, have had to sit even longer. Jasnos running out of space, does well to not foul there. And Buccini did well herself. Rose, good ball for Fragale, who has a go. Oh, Fragale, it's off the bar. Some save again. Eliza Coleman. Performance of the year so far, without a doubt. Absolute fantastic goalkeeping. And if the Ravens come away with 3 points here, I think that Lauren Phelps owes her goalkeeper a dinner or two. Some fine work between the sticks. Fragale had placed that so well, but here's Moreno. Great challenge from Kichik, and that could have been that. Still a little cold coming off the bench. Important touch from Walker, but she stayed down. That'll be a big hurt to APIA, and Fragale stopped her run. Poppy Channing's down as well. They're falling down everywhere. Lauren Phelps trying to manage the timing of this game and slow things down. Poppy Channing a little too honest. Needs to learn sometimes. Getting the physio on will waste some precious seconds off the clock. Garlich goes down in midfield. Foul by Rose. Here's Buccini now. Gets her head up, crosses into there. A great ball from Buccini and headed away by Seaman. Forward now for Hoban. Pretty much I had tipped a draw, hopefully a score draw, and that's a, well, we don't have that at the moment, but we've seen a lot of goals, which is excellent. Cross comes in, Seaman reads that. Plays it forward, looking for Crofts. Well done there by Crofts to hold the ball up, but couldn't find the pass through. Here's a chance now. Flag raised though. Looks like Bella Edwards will be the next to come on against her former employers. Coleman now to take the set piece. Fratgale back for Seaman. Finds Rose. Free kick goes the way of APIA. Rose did well to sell that and win her team a set piece in a good area. Lancaster comes over, can absolutely strike them.
Ravens must steal.
Lancaster goes direct, just wide of the goal. Wasn't a bad attempt at all. And Apia now go to the bench. It looks like Estelle Fragale will be replaced by Zoe Panagopoulos. The young teenage sensation comes on for the visitors to try and inject something into this game for Apia. Here's Golding, forward for Hoban. Great touch for Golding. Good combination between those two, but Golding couldn't control the ball. Jasnos couldn't control that in the end. Again, the surface playing its role. Used her hand in the end, did Jordan Jasnos. Moreno will take the free kick. Delivery not in the best area, but still gets its way through. As said, the surface means the ball is really skidding about. And the fog here is getting worse and worse as the game goes on. Played forward now, given something to chase here. Coleman comes out and intelligently waits for Crofts to put the pressure before picking the ball up. Coleman plays it forward, Rose under it. Finds Hoban, who uses her body well to hold up the ball. Is it wide for Golding now? The run didn't come from Lancaster there. It was not a bad ball from Crofts into the space.
Must get first and second touch. Winners one. Let's go, do it. Hey!
Here's Jasnos forced back. Oh, and lucky that Christina Kachik got a touch on that, because Alyssa Ansard was lurking around with intent. And Kachik does well to at least win the throw. Walker gets the ball first. Now Hoban. Walker making the run forward. It's a poor pass from Hoban. Wrong decision. Not something we say too often from her. And here's Ansard now. Alyssa Ansard cuts it back to Garlich. Shot blocked by Kachik. And again, ball given away again by Hoban as well. Nice touch from Panagopoulos, and an even better pass for Jordan Jasnos. Panagopoulos was available central again. Jasnos tried to play the ball wide for Charlotte Lancaster. Shot from Hoban, and again, Eliza Coleman is really turning it up for the camera. This time holding onto the ball, didn't even need to tip it away. That's the confidence oozing from Coleman. Having the game of her life at the moment. Here's Hoban, nice turn. Through for Crofts now. Lancaster's at the far post. Ball comes across, and it's 3-3. Charlotte Lancaster finally gets her goal. This time Eliza Coleman couldn't deny her. Delightful square pass from Ashcroft, and Charlotte Lancaster arrives at the back post to make it 3-3. This game just keeps on giving. 6 goals in this thriller at the moment. And there's still time for more. That's exactly what Brad Attard is asking for. Ball over the top now for Charalumbus. I thought she would have delivered there on the left foot. Instead, try to roll Golding, who did the job, but then they've given it back away again. Alyssa Rose this time the culprit. Ball forward for inside. Roberts didn't quite connect with that ball as she would have liked. It was, again, such intelligent work from Alyssa Insard to drop that off for Morgan Roberts. Goal kick taken, flicked on, but it'll fall to Charolumbus. Here's Lancaster again. Plays it behind Crofts though. So tough to give a 3-2-1 in this one. There's about 6 or 7 players that really deserve points. Seaman heads away there. Here's Moreno. Such fantastic technique. Buccini takes it forward. Buccini crosses. What a ball. No one getting on the end of that as Bella Edwards prepares to come on now. Hoban went down, no foul. And Golding sees the space and Golding drives. Look at Jasnos. Golding saw her, falls the way of Panagopoulos. How about that for a shimmy? Panagopoulos. Again, Coleman, that one was moving. Ball forward. Seaman clears away. Crofts did enough to put her head there. Ahead of Channing. Crofts goes direct to goal! Just wide of the target. Coleman was scrambling. Probably would have saved it, to be fair, if it was on target. The form she's in. Ash Crofts trying to get one back for that missed penalty. Holds her head as well. She knows that was close. Here's a chance now for Hoban. Well defended. And Sard comes off, I think. No, it's not. It's Morgan Roberts who'll come off. And Sard will drop to right wing. And Bella Edwards will go to 9. Ball bouncing around the edge of the area. Falls for Walker. And that's a effort to forget for Mona Walker. Goal kick taken by Coleman. Falls for Moreno. The space here for Insard if she can find her. And Insard twists and turns. Her effort came off Edwards' back. Cleared away. You feel as though there's another goal in this one. Moreno forward for the substitute. Edwards, fresh legs. Took it early. Perhaps could have run at Kachik. Good defending this time from the APIA central defender. Gisela Pipino preparing to come on now for Apia. Long throw taken. Moreno got a touch on that, but only helped it into the hands of Sophie Magus. Magus plays that forward toward Crofts. Well headed there from Keisha Allen. Now Panagopoulos. Rose. Wide for Hoban. You feel as though if either team was to get a win, it'd be heartbreaking for the other. They've both given it all. Cross into the area, cleared away. Jasnos was arriving. How much has she run in this game? Great feet by Rose. Back for Walker. Panagopoulos couldn't bring that under control. Walker now under pressure. Closed down. Ravens throw now. Buccini to take. Moreno flicks the header on. Kachik clears. Jasnos tried to save it from going out for a throw. Instead, coughed up possession. Now Edwards. Back for Moreno, who can hit him. Lexi Moreno has a shot blocked by Kachik. He's Buccini now. Delivers toward the area. Hoban back defending. And Charalumbus relieves the pressure off APIA. Fouls former teammate Sophie Hoban. Ash Crofts has come off. And she looks buggered on the far side. Replaced by Gisela Pipino. Struggling to get her breath back, it looks like, for Crofts. Maybe disappointed with herself as well for missing that spot kick. Headed away by Allen. Edwards trying to head that on for herself. Kachik clears. Could set off Pipino here. Rose under pressure. Wide for Jasnos, and Jasnos has the pace here to run at Buccini. Jasnos gets down the line, crosses into the area, headed away. Rose is there. Still Alyssa Rose. Through to Lancaster. Flag stayed down across goal. Back for Rose again. And cleared away. It'll be a corner. We're into the final 2.5 minutes here at Christie Park. Will either of these teams get a winner here? APIA scored from their last corner. Mona Walker heading home after Rose's delivery. What can the visitors do here? Cross comes into a good area again. Bouncing about in the area, asking for a handball. Great turn from Ansard. And now Ansard runs at the APIA defence. Looking for Charalumbus. How about that for a ball? And they've run into each other. Charalumbus over the bar. What a chance for the Ravens. Some counter-attack led by Alyssa Ansard. Paddy Charalumbus couldn't take advantage of Sophie Magus and Jordan Jasnos running into each other. Edwards heads it on. Kachik loses possession. Bella Edwards to win it for the Ravens. Some save from Sophie Magus. And again, it took a deflection. It was harder than it looked to save. The chance is on again. Magus spills and collects at the second attempt. Some goalkeeping from Sophie Magus. Chances are on at both ends. What a game. Here's Pipino. And Pipino battling away on the far side. Was that the last chance that the Ravens will get? Will they get another? Can APIA try and create one more opportunity? Here's Panagopoulos. Still Panagopoulos. Great challenge from Annie Halls. Played forward here. Kachik read that all the way. Jasnos can't control. And here's Charalumba, stays on side, crosses it in. Nobody there, just evaded inside. Hoban for Jasnos. Alexi Moreno sticking with her. Gets the foul to Jasnos. Cheap giveaway from Moreno. Didn't need to foul there with Jasnos facing the wrong way. Lancaster now replaced by McNulty for the final minutes of this one. Not sure how much time's been added on. Here's Hoban. Rolls a couple through the legs of Halls, but Panagopoulos on her heels. Wins it back to Zoe Panagopoulos. Jasnos wanted it played in the space. Golding just manages to get a touch on that. They got bodies in the area. Jasnos couldn't control it. Here's McNulty, fresh off the bench. Jasnos just keeps it in. Here's Walker. Pipino wants it to the far post. That's where it goes. Cleared away. Rose heads it on. Walker has to be strong. Here's Edwards now. Needs options. Charalumbus helps out. Moreno is there. Here is Moreno. Thought about hitting it first time. Cuts in. Back out wide to Edwards, who's got a lot of space and time. Toward Charalumbus, and too far for her. What an exciting end we have to this game. Moving into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Panagopoulos plays it forward for Pipino. Annie Hall's working so hard in defense. Pipino goes down, free kick. And here's this one last chance. Jess Seaman goes up. Christina Kachik goes up. Two that can undoubtedly head the ball and are a danger in these sorts of areas. If Rose can find one of them, the Ravens could be in trouble. Delivery is not the best. The chance is still alive. McNulty couldn't control it and cleared away. You just don't want this game to end. There's so many opportunities. I'm sure the coaches disagree. Heart rate levels are through the roof, no doubt. Pipino wins the header. Good use of the body from Hoban, but across came Keisha Allen to clear away. And that will be that. I tipped a draw pre-game, and that's the way it finishes here at Christie Park. What a game of football we were treated to. The Gladesville Ravens 3, APIA Leichhardt 3. One of the games of the season. The Ravens led 1-0. APIA pegged them back just before the break. And after chance after chance, Eliza Coleman, what a performance in goals for the home side. Kept the visitors at bay. Allowed her team to go the other way and score 2 goals in 2 minutes. Only for APIA to claw their way back. Scoring 2 goals to make it 3-3 and share the spoils here. Full time at the end here at Christie Park. It's the Gladesville Ravens 3, APIA Leichhardt 3.